Good afternoon, everyone. So, just walked out and thought I'd do a video on just around and about the yard here. And things is coming along. Been having problems with my contacts in my well, so I have opened up my little box that keeps it from freezing during the winter. And every so often I have to come out and flip the contacts for it the pump to come on. And the other morning I was up at 4 o'clock and around 4:30 went to take a shower, and standing there with just a trickle of water, not enough to make the hot water heater come on. So I dried off and put my shorts on and come out and flipped the contacts. Went in and had plenty of water pressure, but my tankless water heater didn't come on. Come to find out, I put the cutoff valve on the wrong line from the gas tank, and I had cut the house off and not the greenhouse. So I took a cold shower, and yesterday I did change that back to where now I have a cutoff back on the greenhouse from the tank. Feller got 300 cuttings off of these yesterday, and you really can't tell where we took them from. Some of my camellias are loaded with bloom. There was a pear or two still out there on the old pineapple pear trees, but I guess they're gone. Everything is hurting for rain. If it goes till the 19th of this month, that will be 2 months since I've had any rain, measurable rain. I've had a little sprinkler or two, and these are the seeds on this crazy thing. And I've had a few little trees that have come up that I've transplanted, but the ones I've transplanted have never had any flowers on them. You see an animal up there, Diddy? I don't think so. I don't think so. You can't fly up there and get him no way. In memories on Facebook, a day or two ago, I had taken pictures some years ago of my camellias, and this pink is always the first to bloom. And so anyway, I hadn't been out here and really paid attention, and so that was part of doing the walk around, was to see if my pink camellia there was blooming. And it is, and I'm so glad of that. Like I say, it being as dry as it is, I just didn't know if anything was going to bloom. My blueberries have really suffered this year, and there was one of the red hibiscus right there that had fought the rabbits and was still growing, but I think he may have gave up the ghost now. Last time I was out here a few weeks ago, or I think it's probably been that long, I'd noticed some seeds on the banana shrub here, which is in the family of magnolia. And the ones I had gotten before were red, and those were kind of a pale yellow. So I figured they need to ripen, and I meant to get back before now to check on them, and just didn't. So looks like they're gone. Got very few grapes this year. Between the deer, squirrels, possums, and coons, they just didn't do. These are a variety of Japanese persimmon, and unlike the American persimmon, that it better be kind of soft and mushy, or it's going to turn your lips inside out. These you can eat when they're firm, and I didn't know that until, I guess, 10-15 years ago. I found out in time to share some of them with my mother. Before that, my dad had a huge tree, and I'd get them from my mother, but I'd always wait until they were the soft, mushy things and take them to her. This has grown up so bad back in here. I don't think I've even been over here with a mower this year. More grapevines and pear trees and fig trees, and I have had the whole 8 acres planted in something. Like most of my fences are covered in various types of grapes, from white scuppernons to black jumbos to little sugar sweet black grapes, and times whenever I can't get them, I guess the animals do enjoy them. I had cut that last year, or might even been the year before that, and it was so rotten that it didn't make very well for firewood. This is one of the wild American persimmons, and I had a bigger one right at my front door. And for those that have messed with persimmons, you know they do stain, and they do attract yellow jackets and all kind of other bees and what have you. And so being right at my front door just wasn't a really good thing. And it started getting sickly, and it was leaning over the house, so I took it out. But as I said, it's been so dry. I had lost 2 years in a row, I lost blueberries from late freezes, and this year I lost them to drought. And they make a mess of the bush, and some bushes have just flat out died. And the same with some of my bigger trees and things. My pear tree here that was an Asian pear. It was one of the sweetest pears I had ever eaten, and it just never tried to even come out this year, and I never did find the bugs or anything in it, but I'm sure there was something that I missed. Have loads of goldenrod coming up. The silly little black dog, the veterinarian said he had never heard of it, but he didn't know of anything that would hurt him, but she Chloe likes the leaves off of the goldenrod. And she's ate them out there so much that she just about can't reach any of the leaves anymore. And so every now and then I'll break a stalk over so she has some leaves to eat. Got the shade cloth on the greenhouse, and I have the landscape fabric down holding the plastic on this side, and I'm going to start rearranging some plants. And putting the plants on the outside the way I do, or up inside, helps shade more of the middle of the greenhouse. And when today I actually hit a 90 today, and so anything to help keep it down, I just ordered some fans, and don't want to run them too much, but at the same time when I'm in there working, I can get a little more done if I can stay cool. These hibiscus, I'm going to pluck them off in the next week or so and get them to my friend Jennifer up in North Carolina. And nothing happens, Wednesday or Thursday I should be far enough along with the greenhouse that I'll start moving some plants in. Things are definitely looking good. We had enough wind today that has blown the two big ones over there over, and as far as it goes for just the way I feel and everything else, I've still got some other work to do, so I'm gonna let them lay. I ain't gonna fight with the wind. That's a pretty good sized leaf. It's over 6 inches long because I can't spread my hand wide enough to get the whole thing, reach all the way to from the stem to the tip. And there's others that are pretty near as big. Still have some that have some really good color, and some like the one here really needs to be in a bigger pot, or I may have not got him wet enough this morning. But some of them are rooted so much with roots all out the bottom. If you've gotten plants from me in the last month, you know what I'm talking about, because they all have roots strung out all out of the bottoms. Like I say, I've got some more work to do this evening, so blessings all. Hope you've had a beautiful weekend.